they damn near preached us out of that place. Back out here. Well, it certainly was great seeing Marv again, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to get it.
No, but he's a great writer. I don't know. Excuse me?
He's got a weird accent.
I don't know how he is at running a pub, but he certainly was one of the great writers of all time. Those books will never die. The Deadly Sneeze, Magic Goose.
I don't read much.
Of course, you remember his expose.
Now, I read that when I was.
And you remember the expose of the Hoppy Indians? That was
that was Marv. That's right.
Yeah, that was classic.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, cigar nose and all that
Homies
stuff.
and whatever. Oh, he was
hypos, whatever. Yes.
That story about that cigar.
Well, Marv. Sorry, Diz. Well, Diz, we got 20 miles here to go. I don't know how you want to work it with it. The count's supposed to come here and get us. You want to catch a cab? You want to just hike it? We got.
I'm up here, Bill. I'm up here. Look at me up here.
Look, Diz, over there on top of the pub, on top of the Eagle. He's. Come on down, would you please?
Okay. I will come down. There I am, Bill. Nice to see you again.
Count Transfer, it's so good to see you.
It's been a long time.
I was discussing with Diz earlier today. It must be some 15 years or so since we've seen you, Count.
Well, that's not really a long time for me, living that I live a long time.
Perhaps we could just step in this little doorway here and carry on this conversation.
What is the matter? You don't like our weather here?
Me and Diz both aren't used to this. We just came from Las Vegas, and we got used to that hot weather and the bathing beauties and all like that.
The only thing I like about Las Vegas is that they do everything at night.
Well, I know you don't like that high-stakes gambling out there.
You're not. I would. We don't appreciate that sort of humor in Transylvania. We don't like it at all.
Well, that's true. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But anyways, Count, it's in the 15 long years, what has been happening here in your little township of Transylvania and in your life?
Well, the same stuff. I get visits by a lot of people. Claus stops by, my old friend. He's my oldest friend, Santa.
He must be. I was just thinking about that. He probably is your oldest friend because there's very few.
He and I are the only people as old as each other.
Yes. Well, I mean, Mel, we used to think that Mel, of course, was that old, but it turned out that was a fraud, so he actually isn't.
Did he turn into a frog?
No.
I could do that to him. I didn't mean
must be my pronunciation.
I don't understand.
Well, anyways, Count, are you still unmarried? I was just talking to Myra Wolfman down at the Boar's Head Pub. Well, I mean, down at it, right in front of here. The Boar's Head Pub just down the road here. And he
yes,
said
it is a nice little place. A little bit too bright for me, as you know that is.
Well, a lot of people are too bright for you, Count.
But
yeah, he was telling us how he had just recently married the ex-Heidi Ho.
I don't think I've ever met the girl.
Well, you know Don Ho. Don Ho tonight is entertaining at one of your...
No, I have hired him to entertain
your Halloween...
one of the rooms. I have many rooms.
I know that.
This first year,
I think he's in the Renaissance room, I believe.
The Renaissance room?
I believe.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I looked at the little itinerary.
I have so many rooms in my castle, it's hard to know.
Well, your sister Betty she sent me...
She comes up with me. She came with me, you hear?
She sent me a little itinerary of some of the events, as you call it, the Halloween Havoc. Are you calling it?
Yes, we'll wreak havoc on Halloween. We'll love it. We have all kinds of things. More torturing and more apple bobbing, and we also have head bobbing.
Head bobbing?
Yeah, we just have heads bobbing around, and you have to go in and get one out.
Might I also say that Havoc's not the only thing you reek of, but...
No, thank you, Bill. I meant to brush my teeth with the blood. Trusty blood.
But anyways, Count, you're still married to, what's it, Ethel? I don't remember. What was your wife's name?
Ethel.
Ethel.
Her name was alcohol.
Yes, Ethel and
Big drinker.
Ethel Gasoline, I believe.
I don't know. It's been so long. My memory
Look, folks, we know she was in that same family. Anyway, the Butanol family, or whatever that is.
As a matter of fact, there are relatives of hers, the Butanals.
The Butanol family. Well, anyway.
They even know there are residuals.
Well, they
Well,
might.
it was very nice.
Jizz knows them very well because he stays
Oh,
with
yeah,
them every
man.
time. He's living off of them, yeah. But anyways, Count.
Well, let's get in my dog cart and have a day.
Well, he did. You just made a dog count appear. You were flying. I assume that you travel by
I
air.
travel by air whenever I can, but you guys are a little too heavy for me to carry in my back barn.
Well, there you go. Well, let's go. We can discuss this as we're heading.
All right,
heading
because
down.
you know it'll be fine. We're almost there. You don't have to worry about it. It's
No,
not
no.
that far.
Well, we can talk as we go because Count. There's so many questions. I mean, you are still married to Ethel, man. I just want to get.
I'm still married to Ethel. Can't you hear her in the background?
Well,
You can
that-
tell we're getting close to the castle.
Let me be honest with you. The screams sometimes tend to run together at the castle when it really gets going.
And outside here too, because I tell you notice the party going on the ground as we approach.
Oh, the
Just
movies
lovely.
are alive, or maybe
Yes, we're alive with the sound of murder.
No, that's wonderful. Well, Jerry, can you tell some of the people that will be around tonight? I know, or you've seen the arrival.
We have many people here. I think you'll just have to run into them. Just be yourself. Now, don't get nervous and don't be sticking that microphone in their face.
Well, you know, we have here to investigate, of course, but we're also, you're right, me and Diz are both here to have a great time. We've been looking forward to this all year. We've been in the North Pole, we've been in Hawaii, we've been in Niagara Falls, New York. We've been everywhere. We just came back from Las Vegas, and
Well, what fun you must have traveling like that. I don't get out much, not in the daytime. I can't stay out too long.
That's interesting. Count, does it mean that most trips you take, they have to be something that you can do in 12 hours?
Well, not really, but I have to have a retinue, and they carry my casket with them, and off my home soil from my place.
You say there's something wrong with your retinue?
Well, yes, and they are going to tax me if I don't pay it. They're going to come and put me in jail.
Oh.
The internal retinue.
I see. Retinue, I see. I thought it was more like a cornea kind of problem. But
It might be because I can't see. I mean the red or in the black.
well, if your retinues or corneas are in the red, I can get some Visine. But anyways, Count, let me just say
I
this.
used to go out with her too.
Visine?
Visine.
I think she's in the Butenal family, isn't she?
The Visine Butenal. Some stripper she was.
Visine.
Oh, like someone's car alarm is going off. What are you doing with that car over there? Get away, you thief! All right, then. Good.
Well, let me ask you, Count, one thing that's happened in the 15 years since we've been up here, there's been a kind of reoccurrence of interest in vampirism.
But certainly not in the Bill Blues show, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's true. We're trying to change that, even with this visit today. But
Well, that would be something nice.
there's been a heightened interest in vampirism and Dracula and
I love that Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
He did my story. I think it's a beautiful one.
Yes. And what do you? So you're very much in favor of this.
I don't like the way he made me look. I think I'm better looking than that, don't you think?
Well, you don't wear those sunglasses. I think that's the main thing. We never see you with that top hat and sunglasses.
Well, that's too bad. And to have that guy, the dancer fellow with the top hat play my part. I didn't like that.
Who did play that part? I forget.
Fred someone. He danced all around the ceiling and stuff. I don't know. Whatever it was, he does not look like anything like me.
Well, let me say, I was watching a documentary the other day on vampirism, and they were talking about the origins of what they called the Dracula.
What do they know about?
What do
they know
they
about
talked
it?
about the origins of
Boy, I had a rough childhood, you know.
Well, you probably should use more talcum powder.
Well, that's not even funny, though. I just want to bring it up.
No.
You said, well, you know, dude.
But I mean, I heard that they say that the Dracula, as they call it, legend, came from somebody they call Count Vlad or something.
Vlad? I never heard of the guy. That's
Vlad. They used to call him Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler. That's Vlad the Inhaler. He had asthma. That's me they're talking about. When I was a young boy, I had asthma, and they called me Vlad the Inhaler.
Vlad the Inhaler.
That's right. There
I
wasn't a
thought we had
problem.
another problem in the 80s. I thought that was a whole other idea.
That was a drug problem.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a whole other. Hey, maybe
That was glue, but that was not for long.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I had heard of Vicks the Inhaler, but just what you're talking, Vlad. I see. But that was you.
It was me. My younger days, I went as Vlad. Until I figured out I didn't know how to spell the name, I changed.
Well, excellent. Well, we're approaching the castle, ladies and gentlemen. This banter
All right, this will be it.
has brought us in, and Count, you're going to stay with us. And,
Turn that car alarm off, please.
That's a car alarm. It's amazing. I think last time I was here, there were no cars in the Transylvania area.
Well, we have a new parking lot we just put in here.
Did they pay Paradise to get it?
No, but Paradise, no, but they brought a Paradise with them. That's why I want the parking lot.
From Las Vegas?
Well, that's
There
right.
you go. Just,
Well, I'm going to left you alone in here. And
what did you say about a left Jew?
I left you, well, I think he's here too. Tonight sometime. He will probably be here.
You're going to leave us here?
Well, yes, I have to go attend to some things.
Well, I will.
Why don't you go have a drink and, we'll tell you, just take a break or something and we'll bring some people in.
Yes, and by the way, the one thing that we have this time is you've arranged for us.
Yes, we can have commercials if you
Yes, you've arranged for us to have a few local merchants.
Well, we have to here because, you know, I mean, you have to support your show.
Yes, and of course we've already met Mar down at the...
Oh, Bobby, you know that he is catering the event. He will bring coming, probably, or sending someone.
What are you having? Are you going to have...
Well, lots of cranberry juice. That's
Cranberry.
the main thing, yes.
All right, and are you having those great apple fritters that you're...
Those fritters, those aren't apples, though. Those are bull testicle fritters. Very good.
Little testicle fritters? Wasn't he a baseball player from the early...
Well, yes, he was in the 1800s.
Yeah,
I remember,
right.
but I used to watch him play when they had night games, of course.
Yeah, his real name was Bull Fritters.
Bull
but
Fritters, yes. They made a movie of him.
Did they?
Kevin Costner played this movie.
Bull
Fritters. Bull Fritters. I think it was.
I don't remember the movie, but...
Yes, it was very good.
It was. But, so you say he is here. I forgot what we were saying. He is here?
He is here tonight. He will be tonight.
No, you're saying... No, I'm sorry. I lost it.
No, the food I have in Bull Fritters.
It's like jet lag. You know, when we take Air Transylvania from New York, that's about a 13-hour
Well,
trip.
I don't need planes. I've never been on a plane except in a coffin, of course, and so I don't know.
Well, all right, but I mean, I'm still suffering from that. You're serving what you call bull testicle fritters?
That's what you call them, I don't.
No, I believe it was you that called them that. I call them apple
You are not going to argue with the man who would eat you and kill you on the man,
I won't argue with you because as Marvin said, everybody caters you here, so it's amazing. You will be having the apple fritters then. The bull testicle fritters, as you say.
Well, we will have many things. Surprises. When you eat them, you tell me what you think it is, and I will tell you what it really is.
All right. Let me just say this, though. Also, I'll pass this along to the rest of the show. We have a new policy, of course, of family values on this show.
Yeah.
So we're avoiding words like testicles. I'm just throwing that out.
Okay, what do you want me to call it? Would you like me to call it something else than testicles?
Well, no, I guess that'll be okay. We can kind of get that. We'll get that by the censor.
Well, all right, bouillons. Is that good enough? Bouillons.
Well, thank you, Count. Well, leave us here. We're going to go in. I'm going to try to contact the first merchant, if I can, if he's in the hallway or the Great Hall, as you call it.
The Great Hall, that is must certainly be
a great magician, when you really think about it. He was great.
The Great Hall, yes, I'm telling
In
you.
his time, he was
excellent.
And we'll see you a little bit later. We're going to, we know our way around at this point, so there's no problem with that.
There is no problem. You may go around any way you want, but first, do your commercial. Go ahead. Then enjoy it. Go ahead.
All right. All right, thank you, guys. We'll be right back, hopefully in the Great Hall of Transylvania.